Okay, morning, folks. Welcome briefing on Friday the 23rd. Christmas is just around the corner. And the weather certainly has changed this week compared to the previous week. Things are really whistling in. The jet stream is essentially lying down here and then coming across us really and northern France. And what you see here is the overnight chart with these fronts. I could see when I looked at the rainfall radar at about 10 o'clock last night, the sort of band of rain here moving in, and you run that forward 12 hours and it's been whistling along. This is the stuff that's going through now. Actually, the cold front is a little bit further north than that, and it's sort of clearing through to the northeast, leaving us in quite a sort of strong westerly airflow. Still fairly unstable, so there's a good chance of showers in there. There's none at the moment by the looks of it, but I think there's a good chance of them developing. And certainly strong winds, looking at the spacing on the isobars over the channel, flying heights sort of 50 knots. A lot calmer further inland, middle of the country during the day, but I think we were on the edge of the breezy weather. Certainly Farnborough are suggesting, as you can see on their TAF, I think they were saying sort of 15 gusting 26 here. So most of this TAF is really about what's happening this morning. Wind going southwesterly, westerly, and then it's all the temporary rain and low cloud up till about 11, 12 o'clock. And then after that, they're just sort of saying between 12 and 5 o'clock this evening, 15 gusting 25. They're not giving any cloud amounts or any other forecast, just saying it's going to be breezy. Looking at it, it looks like the cloud would be anywhere between about sort of 1,500 feet and 2,000 feet. Upper winds down across the channel, 40 to 50 knots at flying heights. Middle of the country, 15 to 20. So we are halfway between the two. So I would have thought 25 to 30 would be fair if we do go flying this afternoon. And from a westerly direction, you can see in that chart I showed you earlier, it was more sort of southerly in the middle of the country, and the isobars were pretty parallel to us from the west. So upper winds 260 degrees. Sat pic shows clearance is here. Still some low cloud and rain showers in this area here, but certainly sort of from Yeovilton west, it's fairly clear at the moment. These bright white bits are the really intense rain, as you can see from the rainfall radar. It's going to be over us for another hour, I would have thought, and then it will start to clear up, and then we'll be in this area here after that. And as yet, there's nothing in there. I'll have a look and see what the METARs are a little bit later, just get an idea whether it will become flyable in there. Temperature-wise, I think 12, 13 is about right. Compared to a week ago, that's quite a change. Mild wind direction if it's drawing the wind off the Atlantic. And Top Meteo giving the similar sort of picture, low cloud in and around 9, 10 o'clock, and then by 12 o'clock, this is sort of under 2,000 foot cloud in here, and odd showers and clearing up as the afternoon goes on. So certainly flyable this afternoon, I think, and they're showing perhaps odd bits of rain once the front goes through. It's 12 o'clock, drying out this afternoon, odd showers potentially in here. Not really sure what height the cloud base is going to be. I would have thought, yeah, somewhere 1,000 to 1,500 feet, maybe a little bit higher than that. But it's one of those days, I think, with very variable cloud base. So fingers crossed it should be flyable this afternoon and we'll get something out of it. But the main band of rain, long gone by that time. Okay, so if we do go flying, any airspace to worry about? No, not particularly. Quite quiet in this area. And that's what we'd expect running up to Christmas. Just some repetitive NOTAMs here of no relevance. And what we should see over Christmas is the danger areas here being lowered because there's no crossing service. So yeah, some of us taking the opportunity before to go flying across the top of Salisbury Plain danger area when it's not actually active. Okay, so if we do operate, it'll be a sort of wet airfield operation. It really has rained in the last sort of 6 hours. So there'll be a launch point on the cross runway intersection here going west. Winch will be probably looking at that on the south side. Down here somewhere will be landing on the runway, trying to keep off the grass. So general operation will be circuits to the right, land on the runway. Circuits to the left, land on the runway. If you circuit to the right, you land on the grass north side to give some separation. And just be aware that any operations part of the airfield here will be really soggy, and also along the edge here and down through here. They're the typical areas that compact and get pretty soggy because it doesn't drain very well. Okay, so fingers crossed it'll clear in a couple of hours and we might actually get something out of it. Hopefully see you out there.